This is the Cliff Yates Show. Personal growth, motivation, inspiration, and philosophies for a great life.
Hey everybody, it's the Cliff Yates Show podcast. Fat cops, you got 90 days to get in shape or you are fired. You're out of a job, you're gone, you are done. Does that seem a little harsh? This would be my policy. If I was to create a reform for law enforcement, you would not be able to keep your job if you were out of shape and you could not pass the qualifications and standards that we set forth and that you met when you got on the job. But let's say you're out of shape, you got yourself out of shape. Maybe there's some mitigating circumstances. I'm going to give you 90 days to get yourself back in shape. Now, maybe you had an injury. You know, we can make some provisions for reasons why you might have got out of shape. You're recovering from an injury, and who knows what else the reasons might be. But you have 90 days now to get yourself back in shape. This is across the board, just not street cops. I'm talking about, dispatchers. I'm talking about jailers, anybody in law enforcement. Why are my standards higher than law enforcement agencies? They shouldn't be. The standards should be so high that it would be hard for me to meet right now at age 68. But right now, believe me, I could go back in the academy and I could do well. I'm talking physically. I could do it. So listen, we got to have higher standards. I mean, that would be my policy. Let's have a minimum physical fitness standard for our law enforcement agents. Listen, now why? And why? Why am I so harsh on this? Why would I be so all or nothing on this? Because if I'm on my back fighting for my life, a suspect or suspects is trying to wrestle my gun from my holster so he can execute me in the head, and you can't jump over the wall to save my life and protect me so that my family will see me again. If you can't do that because you're fat and out of shape, no, you got to be off the job. When people are fat and out of shape, they're putting other officers, male, female, they're putting them in danger because they can't be there to help them. They're not going to be able to climb over a wall, get out of the car, going to be able to physically overcome a suspect who is trying to maybe kill another officer. If you're a citizen, and you may die because this fat, out-of-shape cop can't get to you to help you. He's having trouble getting out of the car. He's stuck. His seatbelt's too small. No, all citizens should demand this also. Not just other law enforcement officers. Citizens should be demanding, why is this fat cop on the job? He shouldn't be allowed to be seen in public. Seems pretty harsh, but I'm telling you, we got to change that. We need to reform that. Now, you would think there are some agencies who offer some incentives for their officers to stay in shape. They offered extra vacation time or time off if they meet certain standards. I know Beverly Hills used to do this. There would be an incentive. I know in the LA Sheriff's Department there are a lot of athletic events, activities, and the department really promotes you being involved in athletics through the department. And they have a lot of gyms and gym equipment at the stations. And they're involved in this big Baker to Vegas relay race. And so they're very big on giving people time off, even on duty to train for this, because agencies from all over the world come and compete. And everybody's on the big stage there seeing that. But if you don't want to be involved in that and you want to be fat and out of shape, there doesn't seem to be any retribution or punishment for that. There's nothing that tells an officer, listen, you got to get back in shape, partner, because you're not fit for the streets. You're not fit for duty. You're required to be in a certain physical conditions, physical fitness prior to coming on the job and when you graduate. And then after that, where's the accountability to make sure that you're maintaining physical condition, physical fitness? Instead, they're drafting people to work numerous overtime spots. They're not concerned whether they've had enough sleep or not. They just want that spot filled. Officers are no longer encouraged to have outside activities to be not only physically healthy, but mentally healthy. Not too much time working overtime on the job, making sure their relationships are healthy. There's no accountability for that. So we need departments to step forward. We need a reform in that. And that goes back to the recruitment. We're unable to recruitment because of what the mainstream media has portrayed as a systemic racist profession, which it is not. Is it a God-ordained profession to step forward, put on the full armor of God to protect citizens? And we need to support that. Blue supporting blue, and families, friends, associates of people who are in law enforcement step forward, support, and demand our officers are in top physical condition. It's great for the officer, too. When you retire, guess what? Then you get to take that pension. Instead of dying within 5 years, you are actually traveling the world. You're in top physical condition because you've had to maintain that throughout your career. And now you're going on to live another 30 years after retirement, taking in that pension. Maybe that's why the department wants you to die within 5 years of retirement. Saves them the money. Take control of your career. Take control of your health, mental and physical, everybody. If you're on the job, have some self-esteem, some self-worth. Get yourself in physical shape. It's going to help you not only physically to prevent disease, keep you healthy. It's also going to help you mentally. And let's face it, all officers are probably in one form or the other, if they've been on any amount of time, suffering from some PTSD. And we've had so many suicides within the Blue family. It's no wonder, because we're not paying attention to physical and mental health, everybody. So I am saying, somebody come up with that policy. RFK Jr., come up with that policy. All law enforcement officers have 90 days. Get yourself to a high enough standard you can pass minimum physical fitness requirements to be on the job, on the street, and seen in uniform. That's my message this week, everybody. Cliff Yates, you know the drill. I love you. Subscribe to the channel. See you at the next episode.